him from the yard.
This is Don the Diecast Pirate. Today I have for you the Diecast International Builders 4-door muscle car. This is my pick for the month of January. So, before I put this up on the turntable, I just want to say real quick for you Matchbox guys out there that would like to see this car restored to what it was originally, I do have two in the case that are pretty decent. I would say near mint, but I also have, let me just see which way they're going here. Okay. I also have in the boxes mint examples of this casting. So I have no qualms about taking this and turning it into a custom. Let's get it up on the turntable and take a look at it. Alright, so yeah, most of the paint's gone. I mean, you know, we're going to turn this into a 4-door muscle car, so all the police decorations, decals, whatever you want to call them, that's all going to go away. We are going to remove the light bar from the top of the car, give it a flat roof. We'll pick a color. Maybe we'll go with some kind of blue to give a nod to its police car heritage. I don't really want to go white on this. And then we'll see if we can maybe give it some bigger wheels on the back just to jack up that stance a little bit. So, alright, let's get it taken apart and see what we're working with. Okay, so got this thing drilled apart. Let's take a look at what's inside. Alright, so this has a metal spring suspension, and it looks like it's just pinched onto the metal base. So I might be able to carefully remove that or just leave it in place. It doesn't really matter. But this will work nicely with any reproduction axles that I want to put in this. I like this type of suspension. It's a lot easier to work with than the, let's say, the old Redline suspension as far as customization goes. That's what I'm talking about, like the later Redline era when they had the pinched, the crimped in axles, because you have to cut the crimps and, you know, and then you can put in another axle, but you have to glue it, or if you're going with the aftermarket, then you got to do more work to it. This is so much easier to work with. The thing I may have to do is if I go with, say, like some SoMo wheels or something, I may have to make the openings larger, but they might even work with that. So we definitely have some options with that, although I would like to, I'm hoping just putting bigger tires on the back will just jack up the back a little bit. So then we have the interior. It's a white interior, and it's very clean because, you know, this had the enclosed glass and everything. But I think we'll go ahead and we'll give it a washing anyway and clean it up. I'm not exactly sure what color I want to go with, but it's not going to stay white. Probably, most likely, we'll primer it black and go from there. And then the glass. That had a little bit of that ding right there in the windshield. So we'll have to try to polish that out because I don't have a replacement glass for these. And then what I'm kind of thinking is we're going to remove the lights, but also want to open up the front windows. So we'll take a look at doing that as well. And then we'll cut this off the top, flatten it out, and then we'll fill this in with some JB Weld. And I think for right now is going to be drill and tap the post, get it stripped. We'll go ahead and see if we can pop these wheels out of here very easily. Yep. So we'll get this to the stripper, get this all cleaned up, and then we'll come back for the next step. Okay, so I decided to try and fit some of these SoMo wheels. Now, this axle is way too long. So if we use that, we'd definitely have to cut it. But I don't even know if I can use these 12mm. These are 10s, which this car had 10s front and back to begin with. I don't know if these 12s will work on the back without a lot of modification. But they don't fit with these nubs on here, so those have to come off. But I also have to take this thing off the top of here. Okay, so there's that. Put that mini death wheel aside. Let's grab a different tool here. See which one we want to use. So I think whatever we decide on will work for both. I really like this diamond tip tool. It seems to work really well for shaping stuff and taking off a little bit of material. These fit now. And it's kind of tricky to get these in there. So I have to take this pick, lift up this piece, enough to get them in there. Okay. Alright, so now those wheels roll and they're all the way down, and when we put it together with the top, they're going to rub. So these can work, but we need to open up these arches. So All right. I know that axle's too. So there's the side that rubs, and the front wheel is going to be good. And may have to clearance that as well. It may be slightly larger, and it wouldn't be the whole opening; it would just be on the inside. And this fits really good, so I think we'll get that taken care of. The rest of this off camera. I think that still needs, like this right here is good, but it looks like it's a little bit close on this back side here. Right. Now if I put this down, see the front tires are rubbering too. I'm gonna work on the rest of this off camera. You get the idea of what I'm going for here. I'll get this opened up some more, get this one so it's the same as this side, and then on these front ones I'll go on an angle and just open up the insides and try to keep the outside of the arch intact. Alright. Let's... At this point, you're going to think he's lost his mind. I know it. I know you're going to say, like, what is he doing putting a mini death wheel in the Dremel to cut a piece of glass? You know, looking at where the B pillar is on the car. If I take my Leatherman, and I don't know about all that. If I try to just break it off, it may break in the wrong place. So this needs to be scored. And I don't want to use that wheel for that because I'll probably get into something I don't want to get into. Alright, so there we go. One window gone. And okay, there we go. Now, how did we do? Back window's intact, front window's open. That's what I was going for. All right. And now, let's give this thing a quick mock-up. Still haven't drilled the post, but you know, all four wheels turn. Boom, there it is. Back wheels are clearanced. Cut the lights off the top. Open up the front windows. Polish that window as best we can. I'm getting excited now, guys. All right, I got to get back to tapping and drilling and stuff. So, getting things cleaned up and stripped down and ready for paint. All right. Now, Ready for JB Weld. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to try to do better than I did on that truck with this stuff. And I know it's going to be more than I need. But I think it'll be better this time, because the last time I was looking at the hole and I said, got the first tube out, I said, well, I need about that much. And then I got the second tube out and it was way too much. And it's better to have too much than not enough. But we'll see how it goes. The white stuff is the hardener, so if you get a little too much, that's okay. Okay. That glob is way too big and it's dripping. It's too big and it's dripping. Whoop. Okay. All right. So there we go. Now, what time is it? 12:28. I'm just going to let this sit here until tomorrow. In fact, we're just going to take a paper towel, cover it up. So I think at this point, video is due out, not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow, so I can get home from work tomorrow night, remove any excess JB Weld from this that I don't need to have in there, so the glass will fit good, clean it, dry it, paint it, detail it out. I think it's coming along pretty good. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so we're going to put the black standardized primer on the interior, the body, and the base. So I decided to go with the Tamiya Metallic Blue X13 on this. And I did thin it down, so let's see how it lays out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present to you my four-door muscle car for the Diecast International Builders. Four-door muscle car invitational. The Diecast International Builders is Matchbox Mark, Opa, SoMo Diecast, and myself, the Diecast Pirate. And we would love to have you build with us. Let's get this thing up on the turntable and take a look at it. Alright, so yeah, most of the paint's gone. I mean, you know, we're going to turn this into a four-door muscle car, so all the police decorations, decals, whatever you want to call them, that's all going to go away. We are going to remove the light bar from the top of the car, give it a flat roof. We'll pick a color. Maybe we'll go with some kind of blue to give a nod to its police car heritage. I don't really want to go white on this. And then we'll see if we can maybe give it some bigger wheels on the back just to jack up that stance a little bit. So, alright, let's get it taken apart and see what we're working with. Alright, so as it comes around here, we see got that metallic blue paint. I did notice that the back doors kind of had the door handles where they should be. The front doors really didn't, although I did see somewhat of an indentation on the driver's door. So I tried to call those out a little bit just to break up the solid color on the sides. Did the chrome around the front windows, the side windows, and the rear window. And we chromed the bumpers and the grille. We got those beautiful black SoMo wheels on it. And chromed around the grille. I did put some orange clear in for the turn signals, but it doesn't really show because of the black behind them. I may go in and change that at some point, just for my own satisfaction. Couple of things that I'm noticing that I'm not exactly happy with, and that is how the glass came out. So on the back glass and on the front glass, that rough spot on the windshield really didn't come out at all. And if I would have had more time, I would have taken my time and really polished that down. Just working as many hours as I do, you know, unfortunately, you know, I didn't know that the casting was going to have that defect in the glass the way it did. It may have been better off just leaving it alone, where it probably wouldn't have shown up as much. I don't know. I mean, I do have a couple more of these, but I don't know that I want to sacrifice the glass just to make this better. Who knows? Maybe I'll pull it back out of there and... Who am I kidding? I'm never going to do that. So it's a Plymouth Gran Fury. It was a police car, and now it's a four-door muscle car. So you got your young kid getting out on his own for the first time. He's got a few $100 in his pocket. He picks up an old cop car, throws a cheap paint job on it, and aftermarket wheels, and goes to town. I don't know if you see it, but I did chrome the center of the steering wheel in there too. I don't know if this is a thing of beauty, but it is a muscle car. So tell me what you think. Do you like it? Go check out all the other builders. They're building muscle cars with us this month. So next month is Rat Rod, and then February 14th we have the Love Boat build. So get a boat and build that with us. Then March we have the Mercedes build. In April is the Autism Awareness. And coming up in May, it's Pickup Invitationals. So we hope you'll plan to join us for those. Working on getting their schedule lined up for the year, so hopefully soon we can get a video out about that, and so you guys can plan to build with us for the whole year. We'd love to have you do that. So, like I said, go check out all the other builders. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Leave a comment down below, click that like button, and ring the bell for notifications. As always, this is Don the Diecast Pirate, and I'll see you next time.